everyone. So I got chosen, voluntold to be the representative tonight. So I take my job very seriously. And so I would like to welcome Srila Siddhanti Maharaj to this beautiful home of Sri Radha Govinda. And for Shravan and Lalita, who couldn't be here, this is their home. But we want to welcome all of you, and especially Maharaj. So thank you for coming, Maharaj. We have a kind of tight schedule tonight. But before we get started, I'm just going to ask everyone, please move closer to Maharaj. Nice and close. We want to be able to have personal relationship. Nice and close. You want to be within swatting distance. If your mind is wandering. Watering mind. Nice and close. Hare Krishna. Okay, so the schedules, we're going to have a couple more speakers that are going to be giving some nice katha about Gurudev. They can sit in that chair next to Maharaj. And we're asking anyone who's speaking to speak maybe about 10 minutes. I'll be keeping a little clock. 15 minutes may be okay, but anything past that, and we may be making into exile. So keep that in mind. And then after that, we really, Shravan and Lalita really wanted to make sure that we give Maharaj plenty of time to speak, because that's why most of us came here. Maharaj has traveled very, very far. He comes every year and almost twice a year sometimes, and inspiring everyone to be serving Shri Guru and Shri Guru Varga and chanting Hare Krishna. All the young ones are getting very, very inspired. All the older ones are also getting inspired by the Sri Katha. So we want to make sure to give him plenty of time. And then at 7:30, there will be nice Bharatanatyam dance by the local girls here. And then we'll do a little bit of kirtan, prasadam. Very simple. Okay? Everyone happy? Okay. If you're unhappy for any reason, let me know, and I'll do what I can. Hare Krishna. Krishna Bhavani will speak if you want me to speak. Today my voice is here.
Do you need ginger?
Huh?
Should I try if I use some ginger? Ginger. No.
My voice is sticking, so I have to do everything my own. Okay. More close. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gauri Chandraya Radhikaya Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnebhyo Namo Namah. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaur Krishna Namaha. Radha Chintani Veshinam Yasya Kanti Vilobita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Lingitam Vikraham Bhaktya Vihina Yaparad Lakshmi Shittasya Kamadhitaranga Madhe Kripamayi Tvam Sharanam Prapanna. Thank you. Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. All together. Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. So, my humble obeisances to my Diksha Gurudev and Shiksha Gurudevs and entire Guru Parampara, to all associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and to Sri Radha Govind and all his associates, to all assembled senior Vaishnavas, disciples of Srila Prabhupada and disciples of Srila Gurudev, to all the young ones, welcome here. Even though Lalita and Shravan Prabhu is not here, but they wanted to have this program here, and Chandrika Mataji arranged everything. I'm very thankful to her to arrange this program, and it's so organized, well organized. Everything is so, punctual. Yeah, that's your style. Yeah, I like that. Because I'm also like this. I like organized. Yeah. Sometimes I get disorganized with my time factor. But Krishna Leela is beyond time. So then I come to this material world and I think, oh yeah, this material world is according to time. But spiritual world is beyond time, so then I go beyond time. I'm sorry for that. So not taking much time. We have very less time and we have many speakers tonight to speak on Srila Gurudev in continuation of hearing the glorification of Srila Gurudev, which we can't complete in 7 days, 7 months, 7 years or 7 births. Because this is about a personality who is unlimited in nature and one who describes with unlimited words and the unlimited praise of that unlimited Lord. That's why there is no time barrier. But we respect the time factor of this material world, and accordingly I will not speak much because that's my very bad nature. I would say I'm very talkative. When I start talking, then I don't stop, and that's why I just don't speak. I just keep myself silent. So I request first of all Chiranjeev Prabhu to please come to the seat and give your Pushpanjali to Srila Gurudev. Please give that mic to him.
Guruvaya Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadavaktaya Namo Namaha. First off, my respectful, most humble obeisances to lotus feet of my Diksha Guru Padma Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And next, offer my most humble and respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my most dear beloved Shiksha Guru Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. I wanted to speak something, I wanted to speak last night, but then I realized every day is Vyasa Puja for the disciple. Every day. So, I wanted to give a little bit of historical context. Gurudev's influence, Srila Gurudev, Srila Vikram Maharaj, Srila Bhagavan Goswami Maharaj, and also Srila Prabhupada was there and at the establishment of Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. Is that correct? I think that is correct. I remember that Srila Gurudev actually assisted in performing the sannyas ceremony for Srila Prabhupada at Keshaji Gaudiya Math in 1959. when Srila Prabhupada was leaving this world, the disciples asked him, if we have who can we consult if we have some need to consult and get some shiksha, good instruction. And Srila Prabhupada recommended two people. His senior godbrother, who he considers Shiksha Guru, Srila Bhakti-Raja Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, and his dear beloved Shiksha disciple, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. So, and I knew that way back from the time in 1977, end of 1977. We had heard that at that time, even. So Srila Prabhupada Gurudev served Srila Prabhupada intimately quite a bit before coming to the USA. So they had a very established relationship, very sweet, very informal, and very, very full of love and affection. And a very important point is that there was a time when I think it's Srila Prabhupada's, from his former ashram, his sons were trying to sue ISKCON to claim the assets. Because they said, well, we were the rightful heir of the assets of our father, Srila Prabhupada. And Gurudev actually saved ISKCON, going to court in a faraway place. I don't know exactly where it was. He had to go. And at that time, Naveen Krishna Brahmachari, now Sripad Madhav Maharaj, he was selected to assist Gurudev and serve him, be a servant. And Gurudev explained that Srila Prabhupada had no assets. He had no connection with farmer family because of taking sannyas. And so this court case was invalid. And anyway, all of the disciples of Prabhupada and all of us now, we can know that Srila Gurudev saved ISKCON even before coming at that time anyway. Let's see what else. Another point is that when Prabhupada was performing his departure Leela, he was very adamant that only Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj would give him samadhi, no one else. And there was so many other senior Vaishnavas there at the time, but the Prabhupada was adamant, only Srila Narayan Maharaj would give him samadhi. And we didn't know at the time, but the person who gives samadhi to the spiritual master, he's actually seen as the successor of the spiritual master. But Srila Gurudev didn't say anything about that, and he simply performed that task. The other thing is very, very foundational in the destiny of us getting to meet Srila Gurudev was that Prabhupada adamantly insisted that Srila Gurudev help his disciples. And he said, please promise to help the disciples who were very neophyte, like monkeys. Said that in Bengali so that the Western devotees couldn't understand what he was saying. So finally, Srila Gurudev promised, and because he promised, see, the thing is that Srila Gurudev had no desire to become a Diksha Guru, to initiate disciples. He had none of this abhiman whatsoever. But he understood that if he had to go and help Srila Prabhupada's disciples, then his whole life mission would change, and that he would have to accept disciples. And so it was based on this promise. Prabhupada made him promise. Right? So, and we see by history in Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, everyone was initiated by Srila Vamana Goswami Maharaj and Srila Gurudev and also Chirikar Maharaj used to help everybody and nourish them with all their needs. And one of the things that Srila Gurudev taught us was that by his example, his whole example, is that the disciples are not the property or the asset of the Guru. They belong to Krishna. Gurudev, I know that Gurudev had to actually say that to one of the ISKCON gurus that we are very familiar with, and not just once, but several times. Don't see your disciples as your property. They belong to Krishna. And Gurudev set that example. So Gurudev is very famous for also respecting all Vaishnavas, giving help to anybody who came to Sri Keshaji Gaudiya Math, where he was headquartered, regardless of where they came from. He would help them as if they were dear godbrothers in a dear family. Yeah? So this is such a good example. And he was so much respectful and gave honor to all Vaishnavas from every quarter, even other Sampradayas, no problem, no harm. That the great devotees in India recognized Srila Gurudev and honored him with the title Yuga Acharya. So he was so honored because he set the perfect example. So, from my perspective, Srila Prabhupada, at the end of his physical Leela, he was saying, I never intended for my disciples to remain Kanishta Adhikari forever. Right? But he kept us very close to him to protect us because we were so young and foolish, and so he kept us very close and said, don't go try jumping over my head and going to Gaudiya Math and everything. But at the end, in the last time that I was performing his pastimes of departing the physical plane, he said, now the war with Gaudiya Math is over. Now we should combinedly preach when possible and work cooperatively. So Srila Prabhupada wanted that this would happen. One thing that when I was told about Gurudev from senior godbrothers who I respect so much, like Pran Kishore, like Udukram Prabhu, who is now Sripad Padmanabha Maharaj, and Gopavinda Paul, and I had no doubt that Gurudev must be a very, very bona fide person. Pran Kishore would show me, look, Sharanjan, Srila Narayana Maharaj has written so many wonderful glories of the holy name. And then I thought, oh, then he must be so bona fide, just like Srila Prabhupada. So, with the help of my godbrothers, they helped me to appreciate Srila Gurudev so much. And this idea of respecting all Vaishnavas is very important. It's very sad. It's like in some manifestation, it looks like the International Society for Kanishta Consciousness. But, and when Maharaj just recently came, he had a kind of he said, it's gone. It's gone, it's gone. The mission drift, right? So the thing is that we're all part of Gauranga Samaj, as Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, the family of Lord Gauranga. And so we should cooperate and deal with love and affection. Otherwise, if we think that only my group is bona fide and everybody else is not, then we'll be critical. And we're bound to commit Vaishnava aparadha if we're in this kanishta consciousness. Not good. Not good. When I finally got to meet Gurudev for the very first time, and Gopal, again, was there at that time, and Gurudev told me the importance of Shiksha Guru, and he said about Diksha. He said, generally people come because they come to take initiation from the spiritual master because their friends encourage them and so forth. But the person may still have many material desires. And but then over time, by Shiksha, the Diksha becomes complete. Gurudev used to say, we enter into the school of Diksha. But he said, real Diksha is when one comes and fully surrenders to Sri Guru and he gives up all material desires, material aspirations whatsoever. And when I heard that, I realized, oh my goodness, I'm not actually, my Diksha is not complete because I'm full of material desires. Then I asked him in person, Gurudev, can you please help me complete my Diksha? And he said, yes, of course. And Gurudev has been so kind to me over the years in so many ways. So I see time is short, so let me here. And what else? So many things I wrote down, but
Next time.
Safe for.
it's okay. Others should speak. Jai Shri Gurudeva Ki Jai.
Thank you so much for that. Who's the next speaker? Huh? Krishna, please. So, Chiranjeev Prabhu, please. He described how Gurudev, one who gives samadhi becomes a successor. That's like a very tradition. Son is the one who do cremation or samadhi, and he's the successor. So Gurudev being Shiksha disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. There are two kinds of successors. One is successor of the property, another is successor of the moods. Gurudev is not successor of Prabhupada's property, but of course he is successor of Prabhupada's moods. For the same reason Prabhupada came to Western world and Eastern world, delivered everyone to give Ravanuna Bhakti, Gaur Vani Pracharani. So Gurudev is the successor of the mood of Srila Prabhupada. And this what Srila Gurudev completed after departure of Srila Prabhupada. Fulfilled the order or his manobhishta, inner desire of Srila Prabhupada. But again I ask forgiveness. I'm very junior, you are Prabhupada disciples, but please forgive me. But this name ISKCON is given by Srila Prabhupada. So I can't comment or say anything about the institution established by Mahabhagavad, Srila Prabhupada. But we understand the limitations. Those limitations is everywhere. But, just like once upon a time. Oh, mind, what audience? Sorry. Today Atulan is not here. He's my boy who do all that. So I have to do everything my own. Anyhow, once upon a time, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, we asked one question to him regarding some deities. And because it was a bona fide question, regarding the structure of the deity and all. Srila Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj, he said, listen, now deities are installed and they'll be getting worshipped. Now we can't comment on anything because they're already installed. If it is installed and we're commenting, that means there's aparadh. But if you would have asked this question prior to installation, then I would have commented on something that has to be like this or that. But now it's established, so similarly, ISKCON is established by our Gurudev. When I say our Gurudev, it's also my Gurudev. It's my Shiksha Guru, who inspired and brought me in Krishna consciousness. So this is okay, Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Krishna. But I understand the mood what Prabhu wanted to say. But again, an institution established by our Acharya, we have to respect the name of that institution. This is only just Mataji, please, your turn.
Namaste Saraswati Devi, Lord's name the journey, Nirvisesha Samudaya, Sattva Sattva, Nam Vishnudaya, Radhikaya, Prayamane, Shimati Bhakti Vedanta, Vindraya Niti Namane. First of all, I just want to thank Krishna for bringing me here today. I was trying very hard to come yesterday, but it wasn't possible. I was way up north, and but my desire was really to be with the devotees because that's the most important thing, sadhusanga. And so somehow or other, Krishna arranged it, and I'm very grateful to be here. And I offer my humble obeisances to Maharaj and all the devotees. Gurudev blessed us so much. I feel I'm not qualified at all to say anything except for everybody knows his sweetness and his mercy. The first time that we ever met Srila Gurudev, he immediately initiated my husband on the spot. And we went to hear him at Salt Spring Island. And my daughter had forgotten her makeup. She was a makeup artist, so we were going to be late if we went back to get the makeup. And so we didn't. But as soon as we got there, it was a beautiful center. And Srila Gurudev said, so for this week, we're going to all be like brahmacharis. And we're going to forget about our dress, our makeup. It was like, he was just speaking. We had gone through this whole scenario, what to do. So, you always feel like the spiritual master is just seeing right into your heart and knowing where you're at and always giving encouragement. At the end of it was a wonderful, wonderful week. I remember Gurudev was a thief, and he just stole our hearts immediately by singing Govinda Damodar and all his beautiful Harikatha. So at the end, we asked if he would kindly stop at our home in Oregon on his way. He didn't ask anybody. He just said, of course I'll come. He didn't ask his secretary or, it was so personal. And it was really beautiful. When I was with Srila Prabhupada, I was always shy and in the background because I had my children. But when Srila Gurudev came, I showed him all the pictures that we had of Prabhupada with us and with the children. He was so interested. He was so personal. I wrote a few notes down. Let's see. Well, we learned so much. We had such a hard time after Srila Prabhupada left. You know, we just were like children without our father, even though, because we were so neophyte. So Srila Gurudev just came and helped us so much, like a loving father, loving uncle, so much more, a loving spiritual master. We saw so much how spiritual master is not one, but spiritual master, you know, is always with us and is always continuing to guide us. So that was a great learning experience. He's just been in the lives of my children, my husband, ourselves, all of us for so long, and we just pray that we can go deeper. Both Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, all of our Goswamis, all of our spiritual predecessors, they wrote their most heartfelt realizations in their books. So Gurudev really wanted that. He really wanted that we go deep and read about the realizations, the love that we can develop for Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna, and for our beloved spiritual masters. I don't know what else to say. I'm just grateful to be here, and I want to offer my respects to Raghunath and my beloved God sister Jagadatri. She was such a beautiful example of heartfelt, loving Vaishnava, example for all of us. And I'm just ask for your blessings, everybody, that I can continue. I feel so grateful that we can pass the baton to the younger generation, and you guys are so much more taking up where we left off by a million miles. So please always keep me in your association. Thank you, Shri Guru.
So we all heard this news. Jagadatri Mataji, very dear disciple of Srila Prabhupada, was best in books distribution. She used to come here for the programs when I was here last visit. And we all saw how, even in that advanced age and in that difficulty, she always used to come and attend all the programs. This shows her dedication to Harikatha and to programs to hear more and more. So paying humble obeisances to her, and we're going. I really want at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes, if we have no time today, but tomorrow, to dedicate to her by Harinam Sankirtan. All of us will do Harinam Kirtan, dedicating to her. Hare Krishna. Yes, your time starts now.
So I asked if I could get a few minutes to speak. Originally I was planning on today to be the launch of our new political party in consideration for my birthday. And then I found out that it is also Gurudev's birthday. And that seemed to be really the culmination of going full circle. I've been taking around this Raghunomics things now for almost 40 years, with mixed reviews from devotees, some thinking it's politics, others thinking this is the expression of Prabhupada's legacy. And I've been finding that my favorite devotees had always recognized it as an extension of the fulfillment of Prabhupada's vision for Gurukul. From Swarup Damodar Maharaj to Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. And it became something of a litmus test for me if a devotee recognized it. And that was a crossover for me in my beginning steps to consider surrendering to Srila Gurudev. So I was in Maui, and I sat very patiently for about 4 hours as the devotees had come to see Srila Narayan Maharaj. And the devotee just before me had presented this idea of taking the paintings of the most renowned artists from India to paint the pastimes of Lord Ram and to reprint the Ramayana based upon those paintings, which sounded brilliant to me. But Srila Gurudev said, no, you should not do, this is only for pure devotees to share. So I was thinking, uh-oh, I can only imagine what Gurudev is going to tell me. I was the last one of the day of that darshan, and I explained to him, Srila Gurudev, we've developed this program called Ragonomics, and the premise is very simple, that the cause of the bulk of our social economic problems is the four sinful activities: meat eating, intoxication, gambling, and illicit sex. And that this is costing between $1 and $2 trillion a year, depending on whose numbers you use. And so we're suggesting that people cover that cost, and if they do so, we automatically resolve